Are you craving a cinnamon roll, but you don't want to spend hours baking? This cinnamon roll mug cake is going to hit that craving for you, and you're going to make it in under 10 minutes. So the thing that I like most about this recipe is that for most of you, these should all be household ingredients. I did not need to go out and buy anything except one item, which you don't actually even need. I'm going to use it today, but I normally don't use it when I make this recipe. But you need flour, brown sugar, regular granulated sugar, baking powder. This some of you might not have, but I feel like a lot of people do. Obviously, you're going to need a mug. From the fridge, you're going to need milk. Whole milk is totally fine. Half and half, probably not. Skim, low fat will probably also be completely fine. You're going to need butter, about 3 tablespoons worth. And then we're just going to need a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and the bonus ingredient is going to be frosting. I think frosting is going to go very nice on this, but you do not need frosting. Most of the time I make it, I don't even use it. I just top it with a little bit of cinnamon sugar, which we also have in the back for when we made the churros. So now I'm going to show you how to make this. It's going to come together within maybe 7 minutes. Super fast, super worth it, and it hits that cinnamon bun craving so well. Now for putting this all together, we have 6 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of butter melted. It can be hot. There's no eggs for it to curdle. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla, mix that all together. And I'm just going to leave this in real time here because it comes together in probably 10 or 15 seconds. Make sure you're getting all that flour from the sides. But you can see that's already a cohesive, really wet dough. It's not going to become like a dough like you would normally find that you could roll out. It's more like a batter. But that's perfect. That's all you need to do right there. Push that off to the side, and now we're going to make kind of like a cinnamon layer that goes in, a cinnamon swirl almost. So that's a tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and then however much cinnamon you like. I use about 1/4 tablespoon's worth, but just get in as much as you want. Mix that together, put that off to the side, and now we're going to start to layer this. So I'm going to put in about 1/4 of that batter mixture. We're going to tamp it down real nice to make sure it sits kind of nice and flat, coats that bottom of the mug. Normally I wouldn't do this in a clear mug, doing that to just show you guys. And then we're going to pour in a little of that cinnamon sugar butter mixture, add a little bit more dough, add a little bit more of that mixture, and we're just going to keep layering it until you're out of ingredients. It goes to about 3 or 4 layers. You could even put a little on the bottom if you want to start, and then I'm just going to add the last of it in, and then I'm just going to kind of swirl it just to really bring those layers together. You don't need to do this, and that's what you're left with right there. We're going to now throw this into the microwave for 1 minute. It really kind of swells up after that minute, so I like to take it out, tamp it down, and put it back in for another 40 seconds. But if you want, you could just do 1 minute and 40 seconds and just let it go the whole time. All right, so here we are after 1 minute and 40 seconds in the microwave. You can see it looks beautiful. It's exactly like what a cinnamon roll would look like in a cup. I'm going to let this cool for a minute or two. Then I'm going to add a little bit of frosting, and then we're going to dive into it, and I'm going to show you why these are so incredibly great for under 10 minutes. All right, so I let this cool for about a minute. You don't even really need to do that. Here we are. We added a little bit of a topping to it of just some frosting. The thing I love about this is there's no egg in it. So even if it's a little, let's say, undercooked, but it's not like perfectly fluffy, which is kind of how I prefer it. It's a little bit, I know some of you hate this word, but moist. It's still totally safe to eat because there are no raw ingredients in this. But let's dive into it. I'm going to tell you guys how incredible it is. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I hope all of you are going to go make this today. It's so absolutely delicious. The frosting really adds a nice richness to it, but you don't need the frosting, trust me. See, digging all the way down to the bottom here. It looks like cake. It looks like a cinnamon roll. There's nothing that just looks like raw flour or anything. It really comes together and tastes cohesive and kind of like a cinnamon roll would in 10 minutes. So if you have that craving for like sweet, savory cinnamon roll, frosting, buttery, brown sugar, just make this. It's going to take 10 minutes. It's going to change your life. It's going to make desserts better. Your family's going to love it. Give this a try. It's honestly, I know some of you hate baking on this channel, but this is one of the best things that you can make in 10 minutes out of any type of cuisine. So strongly recommend this cinnamon roll mug cake.